So I just want to talk about my opinions on the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight that's coming up and who I think's gonna win. Obviously, I think Mike Tyson has a very high chance of winning, but I think due to his leg injury and his style, which takes a heavy strain on his legs. If you didn't know, his leg injury is a sciatica problem, a nerve that runs throughout your entire body, and it put him in a wheelchair temporarily. He's recovered by now, but it's a condition that doesn't fully go away, so he still will have problems. And as long as it doesn't happen within the course of the fight, I think the likelihood that he'll win will be significantly higher. Another thing that has to be taken into account, though, is his age, and if you've studied psychology, you know neuroplasticity, which is what muscle memory roots from, our ability to react faster than usual, like on command. Um, it starts to regress around Mike Tyson's age and older. Actually, it's been regressing by the time of his age. And also, the bone density starts to drop. Muscles obviously start to drop. That's not a problem for Mike Tyson. We already know that. One of the biggest problems, though, that I think he'll have to deal with is the way that his brain is right now. One, he's not gonna have as much muscle memory, but he's not gonna have an iron chin. At his age, it doesn't matter who you are. The just neurons and stuff in the brain just aren't as strong, and the blood is more likely to overflow, and he can even potentially die from that in this fight. Although I think, despite all of that, I think there's a good chance he'll be able to beat Jake Paul, just because if anyone's watched Jake Paul's training lately, he's kind of half-assing it, not really going that hard. And also, I just don't think he has the experience he'd need to fight Mike Tyson. And we all know he reacts pretty fast, Mike Tyson, despite the neuroplasticity problems and all of that. So I don't think it's too big of a deal for him right now. I do think that he just has to watch out for any headshots at all because of the problems with his brain that he be having, and also because of just his legs are not going to be as good, so he can't do his bob and weave as well. But I do think if Jake Paul lets himself get into a corner, Mike Tyson is going to absolutely kill him in this fight. If nothing happens with Mike Tyson's legs and nothing happens with him getting killed due to brain injury, then I think he's guaranteed to win. If something like that happens, well, then kind of just blame it on age. The dude's 57 years old. Of course, it wasn't really a good idea for him to fight in the first place, whether he's Mike Tyson or not. I personally, as a fighter myself, I would definitely not fight someone that's over 30 years out of their physical prime. If you didn't know, physical prime's 25 years old. That's when your body starts regressing, testosterone gets lower. So he's around 32 years out of his physical prime, and Jake Paul is trying to fight him. But I think Mike Tyson, in the end, will win. I think Jake Paul is gonna get a career-ending knockout or a very bad knockout from this fight, especially if he gets like in close with Mike Tyson. And I think all around, despite some people think it's a one-side fight, I think you should definitely watch the fight. It'll probably be a very good fight, especially because Mike Tyson probably knows all this stuff that we've mentioned. In fact, I think the brain thing was mentioned to Mike Tyson personally by a doctor. So he's definitely going to be aware of these problems, and that'll make the fight all the more interesting because he'll change up his style a bit to deal with these problems. It'll be an all-around good fight, and you should definitely watch it.